Hey guys, one of the four things that's most important in the process making your SharePoint site very live is adding an app. In addition to adding a page or in addition to adding a web part, adding an app is most important thing because, for instance, some of the documents that appear here have got an app behind. For instance, you can see that in a document library. Even if we are seeing here only a document, there is an app called a document library app that orchestrates everything all together. So, in the real world, there are thousands of apps that's been produced by Microsoft, which will be very, very important to make our user experience very powerful. Not only our user experience very powerful, but that will help us even to do more. For instance, there are many apps that are available by Microsoft. So the question is, how can I add an app to my homepage or to somebody to my own users? Because as an admin, unless you just let an app to up appear, unless an app lets the app to be here, nobody will have the opportunity to use those apps. So the question is, how can I add an app into my SharePoint site? Let's go and let's jump into it. The only thing you have to do is that you have to come here and go all the way down and click up. So the moment you start to click up, Microsoft starts to work to display those apps that are very compatible to your own site. In a sense, when I'm saying compatible, all apps may not be able to go with your SharePoint site. That means every app that you're going to be adding here may not, be best compatible because of their functionality, how they are open, sometimes what's exactly happen on our own computers. For instance, when you upload, some type of apps that may mess up, other documents. But SharePoint is giving you the chance to add an app that are compatible to your own tenant or atmosphere. So how can I add an app? Like an app. So imagine that I just want to have an assisting management system. So because it's well approved, first of all, it's been you know credited by other users. So the moment I start to click it, so SharePoint starts to process it. Then if I add to up my app site, what's going to happen is that it's automatically goes and checks the subscription whether it has to be paid or not. Once the subscription process has been completed, it's going to add this app into my site. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that the way I'm getting other apps as a document library and other apps, I will have the chance, or my users will have, anyone who's logging into my website, anybody whom I am giving an access, will have the chance to navigate the apps right here. So they will get them, those like the document library or any library or anything, people will have that access. So you just go ahead and click it and finish it, then you'll find it here. So this is how you're going to add up into your SharePoint site.